Deadly Tarantula Girl coming to you from my private serpentarium tonight to bring you one of my favorite types of videos, an unboxing. So this first box is from Ronney Holbert, and he sent me a very handsome Nandu Chromatus. So this is the Ronney box, and I'm always very anxious to open boxes as soon as possible. I had a long day at work and I just got home, so Ronney's already been messaging me asking if his little boy arrived safe and sound, and I told him that I had just gotten home and that I couldn't wait to open the box. So I hope you're watching, Ronney. Nice box. Oh, and he has sent me some animals before, and so we've been doing some breeding loans for a while now. Really nice packing. And here he is. So the first thing you want to do is very carefully open the lid and just check on the animal. It's important that they have adequate padding and that it is slightly damp so that they don't dehydrate during shipping. Oh, he's good. He is good. I just pulled this back and saw that he was moving around. It's always a good idea to be as gentle and cautious with these guys as possible. Shipping can be very stressful. So you can see he's just here. So I'm just going to put this down and then ever so gently he may go running for the hills, so just coax him out so I can check him over and examine him more closely. And you can see that this is a mature male because he has the tibial spurs and the pedipalpal bulbs, and he also has the lanky anatomy, the long skinny legs of a male. And actually, if you think he's looking a little worn out, that's because once these animals mature, they are actually at the very end of their life cycle, and they are little old men, and unfortunately they're kind of knocking at death's door soon after they mature. Some species live for a very short time after they mature, so if you're hoping to breed them, you need to research your species. And if it's a species that dies very soon after maturing, you want to make sure and get them paired up as quickly as possible. So he's just chilling out. He's got plenty of water. When you have a new animal arrive into your care, you want to water them, you want to let them relax and just chill out, and you want to feed the day or even 2 days after, because it's just too much stress after shipping, putting them in a new environment. Then when you include food, it tends to stress them out more than necessary. So I'm going to label this animal and that it does belong to Ronney, and then I will check on him tomorrow night. So that was the Ronney Holbert box. I also received a box from Mr. Will Weber, and he sent me 2 animals, a mature male Salmopius pulcher named Chewbacca and a female Carabina versicolor. Now, he had messaged me about the versicolor because she's pretty small, and we talked about it. However, females don't have the definitive anatomical changes that a mature male encounters. So when the male matures, A lot of species you can see things like the pedipalpal bulbs have developed, tibial spurs, and females look essentially the same when they're mature, and they're kind of like any animal. They can be sexually mature at different ages and different sizes. And he's got some good styrofoam and bubble wrap going on. I've actually had fairly small versicolor drop egg sacs that were pretty tiny, like maybe 3 inches, probably smaller, whom they hadn't even been bred. So it's not like I forced them to mature by pairing them up too young or anything like that. They just were mature and they were pretty small. And it's possible that just in captivity, having ideal conditions, that they just matured sooner than a lot of the species in the wild. So we talked about it. We said that we didn't know if she would be mature or not yet. So you can see this is the poultry, and he is doing well. I can see he's moving around anyway. So the next step is to go ahead and rehouse him. Have my typical arboreal enclosures prepared. And so a lot of times they're kind of slow and scared coming out, and sometimes they totally freak out. So you just have to kind of be prepared for anything. And so in order to make this as comfortable as possible, I'm gonna just let him go down in there, let him crawl out of there, and then, so you can see, he's just gonna sort of crawl out when he's ready. There we go, buddy. Yeah, he looks really good. He looks really good. Okay. So, good news. Both the boys made it alive and well. And the versicolor was smaller, so I anticipate if he made it, the versicolor is smaller, so I anticipate if he made it, that she should definitely be okay, but you never know until you check. So he looks really good, and he's acclimating. So I'm going to go ahead and wedge this cork so it doesn't tip on him. And again, same thing. He's got water, he's got nice damp substrate so he can rehydrate, and tomorrow I will feed him. So, on to the little lady. The versicolor is wrapped up in some nice bubble wrap, and you can see she kind of got out of her little funnel of padding, but she looks like she's probably okay. This is a pretty good size vial to pack an animal this size in. Oops, she's holding on to that. And here she is. Here she is, looking lovely and very nice and healthy. She is small, like we talked about. However, it is possible that she may be mature, and it is also possible, if she is not quite mature, that being housed near my males may stimulate her to molt again and become mature. And so I can make sure that she's eating well, and that can help her grow up quickly. Although I'm not a huge proponent of majorly power feeding anything. Oh, really? She just shot some web. That was cute. So she looks a little bit dazed and disoriented, but that's okay. She looks good. She's not injured. And I don't know if she's ever traveled in her life. Oh, see, she just jumped down. So what I need to do for these animals now is put them away in a nice, comfortable place and leave them alone so they can settle. And then of course, let Ronney and Will know that all of their animals are safe and sound. So thank you so much to Ronney and to Will. If you have a lone animal that you're trying to pair up, you can always message me and let me know, and I may just need that animal. I love doing breeding loans because I love reproducing tarantulas. I think it's the coolest thing ever. And then your animals get to be on the show and we get to share the offspring, and it's super duper fun. Oh, I am looking for a mature male Metallica right now, just FYI. Yes, I had some of my females bred, but I have more. So if you want baby Metallica, let me know. So that was it for this one. I love you guys. Thank you so much to Ronney and Will, and I'll see you soon.